Good evening. This is Akashvani Kohima. I'm Jonas Yantan with Evening News. The headlines. 4-day-long second session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly begins. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio proposes House to unanimously pass resolution for exemption of Nagaland from the proposed Uniform Civil Code. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan gives away Rajya Puraskar to 43 awardees. And G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration agrees to form new working group on empowerment of women. Now the news in detail. 4-day-long second session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly commenced today. The first day of the session witnessed 11 members participating in the discussion on matters of urgent public importance pertaining to Uniform Civil Code, UCC, wherein the members voiced their opposition to the enactment of UCC and asked the state government to adopt a resolution opposing the proposed UCC. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio proposed to the House to unanimously adopt and pass a resolution for exemption of Uniform Civil Code in the state of Nagaland. Discussion on matter of urgent public importance pertaining to Forest Conservation Act was also taken up. A total of 12 members, including Chief Minister, participated in the discussion. Later, the Speaker notified the House that a unanimous resolution for both matters will be taken up tomorrow. Earlier, the members of the House observed a minute's silence to pay homage to former Minister and sitting member of the 14th NLA, Noke Wangnau, and former MLA, Manwani Awang. During the question hours, 7 start questions were taken up. NLA Secretary in charge reported the assent of the Governor to the Nagaland Municipal Act 2001 Repeal Bill 2023, the Nagaland Fire and Emergency Services Bill 2021, the Nagaland Goods and Services Tax 6th Amendment Bill 2022, the Nagaland Appropriation Bill No. 1 and 2 2023. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio moved the resolution to repeal the employment of manual scavengers and construction of dry latrine Prohibition Act 1993, as well as adopt the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences POCSO Amendment Act 2019 and the POCSO Rules 2020. Minister for Health B. Baiwang Konyak introduced the Nagaland Motor Vehicles Taxation Amendment Bill 2023 and the Nagaland Passengers and Goods Taxation Amendment Bill 2023, while Minister for Higher Education Temchin Imnalong introduced the Northeast Christian University Second Amendment Bill 2023. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Geji Genye laid on the table a copy of the 5th report of the Rules Committee and Chairman of the Committee on Public Undertaking. MLA and advisor Imkong L. Limjin laid the internal working rules of the Committee on Public Undertakings, First Amendment 2023. Various Assembly Committee reports were also presented by Chairman of the Estimates Committee 2023-24, K.T. Sukalo, and the Chairman of the Committee on Public Undertakings 2023-24, Imkong L. Imjin. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio today proposed to the 14th House of the Nagaland Legislative Assembly to unanimously adopt and pass a resolution for exemption from the proposed enactment of Uniform Civil Code UCC. Delivering his concluding remarks on the discussion on UCC, Rio said a small state like Nagaland cannot pass a resolution to confront the central government while it cannot protect any other state by its resolution. He therefore said the House should not use, object or against or oppose, but to pass resolution for exemption as the state is protected under special provision of Article 371A. Rio maintained that the state should first protect itself as the government of the day is in alliance with the central government led by BJP. He said the state government will confront the central government if necessary. However, it should not oppose the UCC nor reject or object or pass a resolution against UCC. Rio expressed confidence that Government of India will neither betray the Nagas nor itself, but uphold the Article 371A. The Leader of the House also informed that a draft copy of the observations and views of the Government of India on UCC, which was given to him by the then Union Minister for Law and Justice, Kiren Rijiju, on 4th July 2023, has brought out that the introduction of the UCC which is statutory in nature, should not affect the Constitution provisions and guarantees that Nagaland and its people enjoy. He also said that during a meeting with the Union Home Minister on 5th July 2023 on this issue, it was assured that UCC will not be applicable to the scheduled tribes of Nagaland and of the Northeast. On the legal opinion sought on UCC, Rio said the understanding of the entire matter appears that the state will continue to be outside its purview. This news comes to you from Akashvani, Kohima. You can also listen to this news bulletin on News on Air app and YouTube channel AIR News Kohima. Nagaland Governor and Chief Patron of Nagaland State Parade Scouts and Guides NBS-NG La Ganesan today gave away the Rajya Puraskar, the highest award for Scouts and Guides at a state level, to 43 awardees. Speaking at the awards ceremony held at Raj Bhavan, Kohima, the governor said Scouts and Guides movement fosters growth and development of young minds by promoting principles of selflessness, compassion and responsibility. La Ganesan said the movement encourages individuals to become active members of society and contribute positively to the community. He said Scouts and Guides movement will empower young boys and girls to become responsible citizens and leaders of tomorrow through various activities and initiatives. The G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration has agreed to form a new working group on empowerment of women. The declaration said it is looking forward to the convening of its first meeting during the Brazilian G20 presidency. In a social media post, Women and Child Development Minister Smriti Irani called this takeaway from the New Delhi Declaration a historic milestone in the global journey of women's empowerment. The G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration 2023 has incorporated the chair's statement, which was adopted at the G20 Ministerial Conference for Women Empowerment in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. The G20 reaffirms that gender equality is of fundamental importance, and investing in the empowerment of all women and girls has a multiplier effect in implementing the 2030 agenda. Nagaland Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio has congratulated Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the entire team for a meticulous and successful execution of India's G20 presidency by bringing all member nations together. Rio said India's diplomacy has reached a new level, fostering world unity for a better future. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today held bilateral and delegation-level talks with Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia, Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud in New Delhi. The two leaders reviewed various facets of bilateral ties and discussed ways to further unlock the potential of the India-Saudi Arabia strategic partnership. Speaking during the meeting, Modi said India-Saudi Arabia partnership crucial for stability, welfare of the region and the world. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia said the history of India-Saudi Arabia relationship is that of cooperation to build a future of the countries and create opportunities. Centre has said that the sowing area of Kharif crop has crossed 1,088 lakh hectares. According to data released by the Union Agriculture Ministry, the sowing area of rice and coarse cereals has increased under Kharif crops this year as compared to last year. The sowing area of rice has increased from 392 lakh hectares to over 403 lakh hectares. The sowing area of coarse cereals has also increased from 181 lakh hectares to over 182 lakh hectares. However, the sowing area of pulses has declined from 131 lakh hectares to around 119 lakh hectares. And now 20 news, here are the main points again. 4-day-long second session of the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly begins. Chief Minister Neiphiu Rio proposes House to unanimously pass a resolution for exemption of Nagaland from the proposed Uniform Civil Code. Nagaland Governor La Ganesan gives away Rajya Puraskar to 43 awardees. And G20 New Delhi Leaders Declaration agrees to form new working group on empowerment of women. That is all we have in this evening news bulletin. Good night.